I added a library file called initialize.php, and I implemented its features into the rest of the files for the Help Me app. The files I implemented it in is the login.php for the admin area. The other one was MySQL database.php. I used the path constants in that one, and in functions.php, there's a function called autoload, and there was a relative path in there. I used it there too, and in user.php also. Okay, actually the comments I have are pretty good. They tell you exactly what this is all about. Initialize.php. Here we define the core paths, define them as absolute paths to make sure that require once works as expected in all the scripts. Also, we do as many includes as we can to avoid having them coded into our other scripts. Okay, so first I define the path constants. PHP defines the directory separator, and I assigned its value to ds, the constant ds. The site root, I assigned it the value of the server document root. And I hope this works because the course material actually didn't do it that way. But I did it this way in order to make my development environment and production environment able to use this initialize.php file without having to customize the code separately for development and production. Alright, so I defined the ds, the site root constant, the lib path, which is the path to the includes directory. And then, as I said, this file does, it includes all the files so that they don't have to be included one by one in all of the scripts. And later on I can split this initialize.php up so that I don't waste processing time, because this will probably be adding scripts that are not needed for each script. Now, let me show you examples of the files that got changed. Let's look at login.php. So I'll do nano web help me admin login.php. So as you can see here, instead of all the includes, I just include this one file, initialize.php. And this will be the only file where I can't use a path constant, because it is where the path constants are actually going to be defined. Okay, let's look at a different file. All right, let's look at nano includes my SQL database. All right, here we had require once config.php. So here I used the path constants. Now, let's go look at functions.php. Now this one over here, down at the bottom where I have the auto load, I used the path constants here. So that was useful in a different way. Now, okay, I'll show you a different file where the things we've done so far were not useful. Admin index. Now, we can't use the path constants over here because this is not a file system path. This is a web path, where everything is relative to the web root, not relative to the file system root. However, we'll be taking care of this problem in a different way. That's it for this video.